Hello everybody and welcome back to Stellaris, where we are currently working on finishing off the Han Reconquerors, and that should be done here fairly soon. I believe that we are currently invading one of their worlds? Is that accurate? Where are our armies at? Are they missing again? Maybe. Nope, right here. Okay, so apparently that's not the case. Am I just blind? That's a possibility. A distinct possibility. But I believe we are invading somewhere. Yeah. There we go. So we are invading here, and we need to come down over here and take a look at that. Yeah, that looks good. So that should be done soon, and we're going to be done with this overall war very, very soon. I do want to continue to work on reinforcing our fleets. We'll go ahead and reinforce this one in Monocadir. That one is now going to be maxed out. Apparently we lost 6 corvettes somewhere. Do these go anywhere?
Our warriors
That's all
are
260.
victorious.
The 13th fleet has 6 corvettes here, yes. And then all of those are 260. So I think that those corvettes are spares. Yeah, these corvettes don't need to exist. So the question then becomes, where are they? And when are they going to come back? Okay, in like 8 months. Sure. So we finished up our invasion in Rebulon.
Scientific breakthrough achieved.
We're going to hop in here and see about landing on, what is this next location? Paltalk? Yeah, that's at 1962 still. Do we want to do that now? Or do we want to just jump drive over to Urium? Actually, we can just move to Urium at this point. This is no longer inhibited, so that's wonderful. We're just going to move over to Urium and I think land on Itari Vak here. Yeah, that's basically gone at this point. So let's go ahead and head over to Saska Vata. Yeah, that'll be fine. Cool. So this is at 0 strength now. Yonderim 2 is going to be done soon enough. So we're just going to land here. That's going to instantly fall. No problem whatsoever there. And we're going to head over here next. As soon as that's done.
Initiating ground assault. Our warriors
There we
are
go.
victorious.
And where's our army at? There it is. We're going to go land on Yonderim. So that's at 652. No problem there. And then 758 here. We'll just get these guys grouped up here. Beautiful. So I think our next move is going to be to take over the L cluster. I think that's definitely what we're going to do from here. So we're going to have no problem at all taking over Yonderim 2. It'll take a little bit, and maybe there'll be a couple of losses. Yeah, there'll be a few, but it's not anything major. Cool. We're at minus 23 minerals and minus 331 energy credits. I don't love that. That's for sure. Ah, our gateway site is now ready in Jumla. Perfect. We absolutely do want to upgrade that. Cool. So that's underway. No problems there. And then we can hop over to this up here. Or actually, we're probably going to be better off at this point doing an edict, right? So like turning capacity subsidies back on. It wouldn't be good for our unity, but we could do it for a bit anyway. Do we have other options? This will increase our ship upkeep, not decrease it. This will give us more starbase cap. We don't really need that right now. There is the improved energy initiative, but that's actually consumer goods. So that's not really a thing. We're running the numistic visualization already. So I think that's fine. For the moment, we'll just let this be. We'll get back to that. I do want to come in over here and grab these guys. We're going to land on Saska Vata. And then these fleets are going to head over to Rebulon, where they're going to help bombard at Paltalk. There's not a lot left there, and that won't take very long. Cool. So we've just got these 2 landings to be done. And then from there, I want to make sure that the 6th fleet, which should be back... Oh, when is that going to be? Oh, that's still another month. Okay. I want to get rid of this 6th fleet. That's not necessary to have. The real question is, where are these ships at? 3 fleets need to be reinforced with 11 ships. But all of them are full. Okay, the 6th fleet we're going to go ahead and disband.
Scientific
2 fleets need to be reinforced
achieved.
with 5 ships. Okay. So I really don't think that any of them do. Actually, this one is considered 49 out of 50. That's interesting. But it's at 260 out of 260 because it has 49 frigates and 61 corvettes. That's the problem there. So the 9th fleet needs to... Let's see, which one is this? The 9th fleet in Monacadir? Okay, we can just... We know it's led by Paula Leadbetter, the 4th. So with that being the case, it's not this 9th fleet. It's a different 9th fleet. Okay. Do we have another 9th fleet? Yes, this one. Okay, so we can definitely remove one of our corvettes. Okay, so we're going to split one of those off. And I'm guessing we have a few others that are like this, that is causing this. So I'd like to get that fixed. We're going to definitely disband that unit. Okay, so this is now needing a reinforcement, but it's making a corvette and a frigate. That is correct. That is correct. Okay. So we're just checking each of these to make sure that those are good. Yep. This is now saying 4 ships. Okay, the 8th fleet is apparently lacking some cruisers. It might just be flying there, is my guess. Especially since, well, we could actually reinforce this fleet. This is saying that it needs 4 ships, which is, yeah, that's the remainder here. So the 8th fleet, led by Yuntan. That's this. Okay. So this is saying that it requires 4 Forest-class cruisers. Because we have 2 Titans here. That's the problem. Okay, so we're going to transfer out one of our Titans. That makes a lot more sense. So we transfer that out. We reinforce this fleet. The 14th fleet is going to head back to Monacadir, and this can be expanded out into a proper fleet. So now we have 20 Titans, right? So we should have exactly 20 fleets here, not counting the Tectonic or the Guardian. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, so the 14th fleet is going to need to be, and yeah, this is looking correct now that we have those slight issues fixed. We can go ahead and add in our battleships, cruisers, destroyers, frigates, and corvettes. We know we need 5 battleships. We know we need 11 cruisers, 25 destroyers, and we need 50 frigates and 60 corvettes. Okay, so we can go ahead and reinforce that fleet, but that's going to require some additional work. Cool. We now have our fleets correctly lined up. Our army is still not showing up in the outliner, but sure, I guess that's fine for now. Do we have armies out over here in Seoul? No. Okay. Just wanted to check. So we're about done with this engagement. Beautiful. And we'll just eliminate these units. No problem.
Our warriors are victorious. Enemy planet.
Okay. And now we're going to head into Rebulon and land on, if we can find it, Paltalk. Apparently we can't click on it. Okay. Well, in that case, we're going to have to, like, bring it in over here. There's just such a large stack of things over... Oh, my. Such a large stack. We can actually come in over here, though, and land on that. So that'll be fine. There's 669 left here, and so we're going to continue to let that bombard. It's bombarding quite quickly, and I believe this to be their final location. I do not believe that the Han Reconquerors have any additional territory. We should get this terraforming. We'll get that over to a continental world. Fantastic. And we will, of course, continue to reinforce the remaining fleet, which is the 14th. Cool. How much do we need to get that done? 27,000? Okay, that seems pretty doable.
Initiating ground assault.
24,000 now.
Victory shall be ours.
And at this point, we can grab all of our fleets that are here, and we can just bring them back to Seoul. In fact, we can grab all of our fleets with the exception of the... What is this frigate? Okay. With the exception of the 14th for right now, and we can bring that back to Seoul. So all of these are going to come and enter orbit here for right now. Okay, so we've got this frigate. Here's a question. Do we need it in the 14th? Let's check what we've got going on for the 14th here. We're building destroyers. We're building some frigates. I'm going to cancel this frigate so that now we know for a fact that it can be merged into the 14th fleet. Cool. So that'll be fine. It will make its way on over. And we do require an additional 24, almost 25,000 to get that done. But that's fine. So these guys are going to head on out of here. Beautiful. And this engagement will be done soon enough. Are these guys going to continue following us after the war? I don't think they will. They shouldn't, anyway. But that's definitely causing some lag, all of that up there. Let's just go down here where we don't actually have to render it. Cool. And this invasion is virtually done. It's not quite done yet, but it's definitely getting there. Their backline is basically gone. We're hitting their front line now, which is ideal. We obviously want to do that. Their backline is now gone. And their morale is broken. Beautiful. So this is over, right? Super duper over. The question is this the final location?
Our warriors are victorious. Enemy planet conquered.
It was. Perfect. Okay, we're going to move these guys back to Seoul. And at this point, we're just going to work on getting the 14th fleet put together. So that's chilling out over here. It should have gotten its frigate by now, I think. We'll go ahead and hit the reinforced fleet button and queue up a few more frigates. It should actually be, yeah, 17,000 additional alloys. Okay, that's fine. No real problem there. And all of these repairs will be finishing up. So it looks like they are not going to be following us. Okay, that's understood. The Karelian Foundation is definitely who we're going to go after next. They're still considered equivalent to us. We could continue to expand our fleets, but I do not believe it to be necessary. So as soon as the month tick happens here, which is right now, we'll continue to pump ships into this particular fleet. We now need about 9,000. Okay, that looks good. So yeah, this will be done very, very soon. We have all of the frigates now, and we're just building corvettes. And the corvettes are arriving. We're somewhere around 3 months away from the end here. There is this frigate, and I'm actually just going to disband it. I do not believe it to be necessary anymore. Okay, I also want to check in on the fleet composition here, make sure that this is correct still. And it is. Let's go ahead and assign this a leader. Do we have an available one? We do. Cool. So that'll be fine, and we'll hit the reinforced fleet button. We are still lacking a little bit of alloys. We are 2 months away at this point from having this be maxed out. Okay. Beautiful. Maybe. What is this frigate now? Get out of here, frigate. I feel like we shouldn't be building these frigates in Seoul. We're not lacking a frigate in that fleet, right? I'm pretty sure we're not. So that's the 14th here. Yeah, we have 50 out of 50. It just must have gotten confused. So let's go ahead and reinforce this again. This will be fleet at full strength. So we'll see what happens here. Are we going to get another frigate built? We shouldn't. That should be everything complete. This is now saying we need one ship. Okay. We'll need to go through these fleets and make sure that this is all correct. And so far it seems to be. So what are we missing here? Aha. There's something wrong with this fleet, clearly. This is a 9th. It's at 260 out of 260, but it's missing a frigate. So what do we got here? What are we lacking? Like, what is wrong? That's this 9th fleet. We've got one too many corvettes. Okay. So it's interesting that I didn't see that in the other menu. Maybe I'm just blind. We're going to move out this corvette, and we're going to disband it. We do not require that corvette. And no, stop it. Hang on a moment. Get rid of the corvette and the frigate. I want to make sure. Okay, 59 and yes. Build a corvette and build a frigate? No, don't build a corvette. Just build the frigate for right now. Put this at 59 out of 59. Do we have one of the wrong type of corvettes here? They're all considered John Henry class corvettes. Okay. One of these corvettes is clearly incorrect. They all looked like John Henry class to me. Okay. But let's go ahead and let that frigate get in. So that would be this 9th here. It has its frigate. So now if we hit the reinforced fleet, what happens? We're building a corvette. But now it doesn't have anywhere to go. So it pops out here. Okay. You know what? Let's fix this the nuclear method. We're going to... Oh, wait. There is a Kahunadal class corvette here. That's the problem. So where is that? That's this guy. Disband that one. And build a John Henry class corvette. That should do the trick. Okay. We got him. That took longer than I would have liked. And that's entirely my own fault. But that's fine. We got it. So we got that fixed. All of our fleets are now correctly set up. I'm going to move this guy into Seoul to join the remainder of the fleets. So we have all 20 fleets. And of course, they're very confusingly numbered. There will definitely not be any problems with that. But at this point, we're going to take all 20 of our fleets. And we're going to prepare to head into Sethelbach. This is exactly what they told us not to do. So we're going to move up to Idorvang. And once our units arrive there, we'll head into Sethelbach and we'll trigger a response of some sort. I'm not sure what kind of response. Hello, pause menu. But we've got... These are like 132k. I want to take a quick look. Can we see what their weapon systems are like? They're actually quite strong against armor, but I mean, honestly, our flak will deal with a lot of their damage with those nanite fighters. Yes, their energy weapons are good against our armor, and we are armor heavy right now. I'm aware of this. But I feel like our flak will neuter them enough that it won't be a problem. Should be okay. So we're going to specifically look to position here. We'll be there in about 45 days. And I believe that's all of our fleets selected. Let's just double check that they all got that order. Yes. Okay, so the next question is, if they declare on us, will they attempt to attack us through terminal egress? We may want to leave a fleet up this way. I don't know. We'll see. They do have colonized worlds up over this way. These are all Gaia worlds? Noted. Our fleet should be powerful enough to do this. I don't think there's any problem with that. Yes, we're armor heavy, and they have good weapons against armor. But I think it's fine. I really, really do. So we're getting into position here. And we're going to go into Sethelbach and find out. We may not like it if they attack us through here. I would prefer if they all attack our fleet in Sethelbach. We'll see what they do. Let's go. They don't want us to go in here. They will be very upset. Bizarro Ottomans, your ships have entered Sethelbach, a star system in the L cluster that is off limits to all non-Desanu. We must insist that you withdraw from the system immediately. Failure to do so in a timely manner would seriously compromise our relationship. We go where we please. We are planning to fight them. Insolent monoform. If you cannot heed this simple request, then your right to traverse the L cluster is rendered null and void. Your presence will no longer be tolerated. So they're now aggressive to us, right? But there's a lot of us here. A whole lot of us. So this is going to be quite a fight, and quite a lot of lag as well. We took out half of the station's shields with just that single blast from our Perdition Beam. Yeah, those Titans are really doing work already. And we have so much flak that their fighters are going to have a really hard time getting anywhere. This is very laggy. We're not surprised about that. Keep in mind, this is 20 full-strength fleets. Like, this is a lot of ships. And this is not going to go well for them at all. So we're going to fight this, and the real question is, are they going to attack through the L cluster? Wait a second. Okay, never mind. After our forces destroyed the space factory in the Sethelbach system, what remained of the entire Desanu civilization crumbled into dust. It seems clear now that the Desanu were some kind of advanced nanite life form. Archival computer logs recovered from the wreckage of the factory shed some light on this mystery. The L cluster was inhabited by a civilization that called itself the Desanu at some point. They created a new strain of nanomachines that helped them in the construction of their galactic gateway network. For unknown reasons, the Desanu recalled these nanites to the L cluster and attempted to deactivate them. When this failed, they sealed themselves in with the nanites by disabling the L gates. The logs end here, but there is evidence that some kind of titanic struggle raged in the cluster afterwards. Presumably, the nanites won and then eventually chose to mimic the Desanu for some reason. They rebuilt the Desanu civilization as it appeared at the time of its destruction, and were apparently content to continue this charade even after the L gates were reopened. Cool. So that's done. And that leaves us with a problem. I wasn't necessarily expecting them to just straight up collapse like that. And the reason that that leaves us with a problem is because we have a lack of influence for claiming all of this territory. So, we definitely need to get these construction ships out here. And I'm going to construct 2 additional construction ships from the Sol Station here. We're going to get this BOS Bengal out over this way. And due to rolling subspace ties, we can only enter this system through conventional means. Yes, I'm aware of this. Oh, right. This is the one in Jumla. So we need to jump drive over to Siggy. There we go. And we're going to head up there as soon as we can. But we're low on influence, and we're consuming nearly all of our influence with our subject integration. So we're going to head over to here. And that's 135 influence. We'll get moving there. Latharos is going to move to Nendi. And, or rather, the BOS Darwin. Not the Darwin. Hang on, what am I doing? Darwin, you are supposed to remain basically where you're at. I want you to, like, come down and assist research, actually. That would be fine. So we need our new construction ships, the Volga 2 and the Yukon 2, to make their way up to Nendi and to Umik, respectively. Now, I'm hoping that nobody can get through terminal egress, because I'm hoping that their borders are closed. The Uvzant would be able to, but the Uvzant taking territory up here is actually not a problem for us. Everything else would be. However, it is time to put a cut in here, so I'm going to go ahead and do that, and next episode, we're going to see if we can manage to take over the L cluster. Fingers crossed on that one, but I was definitely not expecting them to fully collapse like that, and then we have to claim it. Exciting. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and a very special thank you to all of the channel members for making this video possible, including ALS Gamer, James, Shadowwolf, Mlohan80, Kentogan, Spartan News, Nick Smarty, Dimitri H, Punching the Microphone, Rogue Corvid, Anna the Elephant, and all the rest. And of course, you. Thank you for watching. If you'd like to support the channel, you can click the join button down below the video, and as always, I will see you all next time.